Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In this video today, we are doing our updated midfielders tier list for February in FIFA Ultimate Team. Watch this video to see who the best midfielders are in the game right now. Are you fed up of getting out-teamed on FIFA? Want that God squad that you've always dreamed of? Check out MMOEXP and use code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out the link below. MMOEXP, the best place to buy coins. Okay, so here we are with our midfielders tier list. Few things before I start ranking the cards that I want to clarify. Every card who makes it into these tier lists is good. So one card that always seems to cause controversy is Captivia. Captivia just objectively is not as good as some of the fullbacks that I've been ranking above him. I've put him B tier in yesterday's video. He is amazing still. A B tier card in the best players in the game is an incredible card still. People seem to get offended or take it as a personal insult if I rate a card that they really love in their team or that they've used and really like a bit lower than they have them. B tier in these lists is incredible. Even D tier, the player is going to be decent. Just the fact they make these videos. But just on Captivia's case, because that's one that I always get called on, I've used him for a few hundred games. I literally own the card on my main account. I packed him untradeable from one of the SBCs. He's a bit clunky. He's got a 3-star weak foot. He's good physically, but not as good physically as some of the better ones. I don't really understand why people so passionately defend Captivia. That's just one example. I get lots of comments about different players. Another comment I want to touch upon really is people saying about, oh, well, Zell, you've clearly not used all the players in this video. Obviously, that goes without saying. Well done, Sherlock. Nobody has used all the top players in every position in the game. I'm not spending 50 grand a year on the game to try and be able to do that, or spend 15 hours a day of trying and testing out different cards. I don't have the time to do that. However, over the years, I've put thousands, if not 10,000 plus hours into FIFA. I've played with so many different types of players, play thousands of games each year, try all sorts of different players out, test each patch in depth. I know how the game works. And yes, I agree. Using a player, you will get a better understanding of him than just looking at his stats. However, someone who's very good at the game can easily look at a card and very quickly tell you if the card's going to be at least good or not. Can they tell you exactly in depth as much? Not as much. You don't have to even be that good at the game. You just have to have a decent understanding of stats, knowledge of how the game works, what the meta stats are this year. For example, strength's really good this year, whereas last year it was bad. Aggression was really good last year, whereas this year it doesn't really do a lot. Knowing the game and then knowing things like body types and how players work makes a big difference. So these tier lists, I put a lot of effort into making sure my knowledge of the game's top tier, that I put thousands of games in each year so I know what players play like. So if you want these videos, they can't be done by anyone in terms of looking at a card and having used every single one. If you did that, half the players would be gone off this list. But I will have played against nearly every player in these videos, and I'll have used lots of them as well. It's not that I've not used any of them, I've used lots of them. But yeah, that point kind of frustrates me a bit. I just think it's a bit of lack of understanding from people when they comment stuff like that, because just use your brain and think, how is anyone going to have used all these cards? I agree with people that using a card definitely gives you a bit more insight. And if you really are interested in a particular player, I'd recommend someone like Orzio, who does lots of player reviews. He doesn't use every card in the game, but go watch his channel, some very good player reviews if you're very interested in a particular card. But like I said, you can still do these tier lists and have a very good understanding if you've played the game lots, know the game well, etc. And then the last point I would say that I get picked up on sometimes is I sometimes miss players out. I've got 60 players in this video. I don't want to do hundreds of players. I try not just do every single icon in the game. I try as much to include all the relevant players. So you do have to bear that in mind when it comes to these videos. But let's get into the video. Lots of great midfielders to rank here. We've had future stars, Champions League road to the final card. So I'm excited for this one. Let's get into it. Start going through the midfielders. So we're starting with the 93 Kevin De Bruyne. Very good card. Obviously not as good as his team of the year, but a little bit different in the fact that he has cracked physical on the card. So this De Bruyne is definitely below the pace like meta right now. By that I mean the midfielders at this point in the game. I think the fast ones, like top end ones, have like 87 plus pace. I think that when the pace starts to, I'd say, is pretty decent, is around 83, 84. I think anything below that, you're a bit below the average pace. Obviously, pace isn't everything, and I think for a mid, I think the least important position in the game for pace on FIFA, other than keeper, would be a centre mid. I think out wide, fullbacks and wingers need a lot of pace. Clearly, strikers need pace for when they get in, but I do genuinely think strikers need less pace than the wingers or fullbacks, to be honest, which might sound a bit weird, but that's just what I think. And then centre backs clearly need pace to deal with the through balls. Whereas midfielders, having the pace to get across the midfield quick, make runs when they do get in space, it's big, but you need to sprint a lot less in midfield, so it's a lot less important. So, this De Bruyne, great finishing, just great shot in general. Bit bad on the defending side, but usable. Fairly decent on the ball. The agility balance isn't great, but again in midfield, you don't need to be amazing on the ball. 91 dribbling, the ball control, reactions, composure is amazing. Insane passing. About as good as it gets physically, of course. Probably the best physical player in the game, other than not being a massive body type. I think this De Bruyne is very, very good. I'm going to have him A tier. Casemiro. Can't really finish too well with that finishing. Passing's okay. Very slow. Bad on the ball. Great defending and physical. I'm putting him B tier because he excels in enough areas. But he's probably at the bottom end of B tier. Fofana. Around that average for a pretty good pace for a midfielder right now. Bit meh on the ball. Pretty decent defending, but that defending weight's a bit low. Cracked physical. Good on the key passing stats. Now it says 82 passing, but you need to bear in mind with passing, the key stats are vision, short passing, and long passing. He averages around 86, 87 on those, so that's pretty good. Okay shot, but not great. 4-star, 4-star. Probably another B tier midfielder. Compared to like Casemiro, he lacks the elite defending, and his key passing's a little bit. My throat's went weird there. A little bit worse. Ramsey from Aston Villa, Jacob, one of the future star academy players. Pretty quick, decent shot, very good on the key passing stats, good physical, okay defending, very good on the ball, 3-star, 4-star. Probably top end B tier, but pushing A tier in my opinion. Bruno Guimaraes, a little bit slow, okay shot, brilliant passing, great physical, great defending, pretty good on the ball, but 3-star, 3-star keeps him in the B tier. Musiala, very, very expensive card, very quick for a midfielder though. Solid shot, brilliant passing, amazing on the ball, but then pretty poor physical and defending. But 5-star, 4-star is very good. It's like a creative centre mid if you're playing with someone better defensively. I think he's an A tier card. Xavi, we're going to start speeding up because we'll be here a long time otherwise. Xavi, okay, but a little bit slow pace. Great on the ball, bad defending physical. Very good passing, of course, what you'd expect from Xavi. Shots okay, 4-star, 3-star. I'm putting him C tier though. Compared to some of these, he lacks the physical and defending. Jacob Ramsey, for example, is way better physical, way better pace. A bit weird saying that 88 Ramsey's better than a prime Xavi, but hey, that's FIFA. Team of the years, as always, we just put them all there. I rank them Bellingham, De Bruyne, then Modric. I have Modric untradeable. I tried one of these on account before. I think they're great, all of them. They're all top tier cards. But I think Bellingham's fairly clear of the other two, and then these two are fairly close. Kroos, kind of wish I'd done this SBC. It is pretty good. 5-star, 5-star on any card's always going to be nice. His physical is fine. The stamina and strength averaging at 82, that's pretty good. Insane passing, especially with the weak foot. Very good shot. Solid defending. Heading and slide tackle are pretty irrelevant. So interceptions, defensive awareness, stand tackle averaging around 83, 84 is very good. Bit meh on the ball. Bit slow. I think this Kroos is bottom end of A tier though. The pace is usable, especially for a midfielder. The passing's insane. 5-5. Okay physical defending. Very good card. Enzo Fernandez. Very expensive. 4-star weak foot. I don't think the skill moves is too relevant. Brilliant passing. Brilliant physical. Pretty good defending. Good all round on the ball. Fast. Pretty good shot. Finishing ain't great, but the rest of it's pretty good. If it's on target though, with that finishing, it's gonna the shot part's gonna be great. I'm putting him towards top end of A tier. Definitely not enough to be an S tier card though, in my opinion. I think if you had 4-star skills, bit better finishing, bit better in some of these areas. He's not a mile off, to be fair though. It's a very good card. Ravella, 83 pace, pretty good. About average for the meta midfielders. Okay on the ball, but not great. Brilliant defending. Physical's not bad. I think that stamina's very, very good though. Passing on the key ones is pretty good. Shot okay, but the finishing lets it down. 4-star, 4-star. Around here with Ramsey. He's a bit slower, quite a bit worse on the ball, bit worse physical, similar passing, but the defend, they're pretty even, those cards. Lam, very fast because you play him in midfield as a CDM. Good passing, very solid on the ball. The dribbling's not amazing, though. Amazing defending, but the free and the physical let him down, so it goes to a B tier card. Pedri, fast, pretty bad shot, amazing passing, great on the ball, okay physical, defending pretty average, 5'4", probably a B tier card. Prime Zidane, I think we all know where this guy's going. 5'5", insane everywhere. Could do a bit more awareness and agility, but still, insane card. Probably put him above Modric. Valverde, I'd also probably put him above De Bruyne, to be fair. Valverde, ridiculous pace. However, the pace split's not as good as you'd like, but you can put an anchor on him. An anchor on him makes him pretty insane physical. His key passing stats are amazing. Defending's great. Shots more than usable. 4'4". He's just a little bit clunky. However, with the rest of the stats, I'm putting him bottom end of S tier. Vieira. It's always a controversial one when I rank Vieira on FIFA. Some FIFAs, Hullet and Vieira are just the guys, the best duo. Vieira is still great this year, but on a game where I think you want midfielders who can do a bit of everything, I honestly think Vieira's a little bit limited. Not rapid, but okay pace. Shots very average. Pretty clunky. Passing's very solid, but not in the elite end of some of the top midfielders. 3-star. He excels in the areas he's good at in an incredible way, obviously. Do I think, though, he's top tier? Like S tier? No. I'm putting him at lower end of A tier. I would honestly rather use all the cards from Kroos onwards than Vieira on this game. I think at the lower end of FIFA, he probably excels even more. But the top end, where you want midfielders to do a bit of everything, I don't think he's quite as good. Still a very good card, but for me, not as dominant this year. Mateus, rapid, very good passing, great shot, okay physical, however the strength's not amazing, brilliant defending, bit clunky, but he's got the weak foot. I'm putting him bottom end of S tier. I think he's probably a bit better than Valverde overall. His pace split's pretty similar. Better shot, better passing, better defending. They're very similar cards though. Ballack, underrated card. A little slow, very clunky compared to some of the midfielders. Puts him in B tier for me, but it's a very good card in general. SEN, quick, pretty good passing. However, the vision means his through balls are a bit worse. Not a great shot, bit clunky, but elite defending physical with that pace. Probably put him towards top end of B. Now this Beckham card, very overpriced, but brilliant card. 4.8 mil. Jeez, that card's expensive. With a Hunter though, ridiculous pace for a midfielder. Basically 99. Insane passing, great on the ball, pretty good physical. Not the best strength, but insane shot. Okay defending. I'm putting him probably around there. I honestly think he's probably better than any of these guys. Pirlo, good to see a very usable Pirlo card. Little slow, but bordering pretty decent pace. Insane passing. Usable defending. Bit weak, but great stamina. Amazing on the ball. 5'4". I think Pirlo is top end A tier. I'd probably put him just behind Enzo Fernandez. Coy. Rapid. Great shot. Okay passing. Pretty solid physical. Decent defending. Bit clunky. You could put an engine on him to make him very good at passing and good on the ball. But lacks a little there in the strength and defending. I think he's probably bottom end 80. I still think he's very good. Yaya Toure. Okay pace. Defending, pretty good. But a lot of that is from the tackling, which doesn't matter as much as interception or defense awareness. Elite physical, of course. Great passing. Pretty good shot. I just think he's not as good as some of the others. I would honestly probably rather have anyone from De Bruyne onwards. Marquinhos, very overrated on the game, in my opinion. 1.6 mil. He's kind of one of these players who's like a jack of all trades, but a master of none. Average pace. Pretty solid shot. Fairly good passing. Average on the ball. Average defending. Average physical. 4-4. Bottom end of A tier for me. I'd put him ahead of Coit still, but he doesn't really excel in any area. And yes, midfield is the one position where you probably want to be a bit more of a jack of all trades, but I think to be higher up the list, he needs to excel in more areas. This Thiago card, very good, rapid with the acceleration, solid shot, great passing, pretty good on the ball. Lacks a bit on the defending physical though. 5-star, 3-star. If he had a 4-star weak foot, I could put him a bit higher, but I'm putting him in B tier. I think if he had a 4-star weak foot, I'd put him around here. Verratti, one of my favourite cards I've used this year. Rapid, not very good at shooting. That hurts the card a bit, but he's more defensive-minded guy. Very good at passing, insane on the ball, elite defending for the most part. Bit weak, but 5-star, 4-star. I'm putting him right up here. Bordering S tier for me. Great price as well for his chemistry. Jorginho SBC that we had. Great passing, as you'd imagine. Okay physical, but a bit weak. Elite defending. Okay on the ball, not a great shot. 3-4, probably around here. Hullet, best midfielder in the game. Don't think we need to spend much time on that guy. Obviously dominant. Not Kanate. Kante. Quick with a shadow, but slow without, so not great pace. Not a very good shot. Okay, but not great passing. Weak, but very good stamina, obviously, but the aggression doesn't do a lot. Great defending. Fairly average on the ball. 2-star, 3-star, small. Kante, you're not the one anymore. People might disagree on that, but I just don't think he's very good anymore in the game. Zambo, average pace. Great on the ball for what he offers. Elite physical, good defending. Passing, good on the key stats. Okay on the key stats, to be fair. Not a great shot, 3-3. Probably put him at top end of C tier. Renato Sanchez, always expensive on FIFA. He does play well on the game. I've used him. He is pretty good, but just a bit expensive. Rapid, great on the ball. Great shot power, but the finishing's a bit low. Passing, average. Great physical, pretty good defending. I'm probably putting him like bottom end of A. Not A. Yeah, bottom end of A tier, sorry, but he is pretty good. Willock, quick. Good shot. Passing's fairly average. Good on the ball. Very solid defender, but the defender's a bit weak. Awareness a bit weak. Not the best strength. 3-star, 3-star. Puts him at the bottom end of that tier for me. Zanetti. As a more defensive-minded centre mid, very good. Elite passing. The physical's pretty good. Defending's insane. He's a little clunky and can't shoot though, so that stops him being S tier for me. Makalele, obviously going to be a bit limited in certain areas. Can't shoot. Passing's actually pretty good though, and he's got the weak foot. Little clunky, even though that agility and balance is good, the dribbling is pretty low. Can't shoot at all. But quick, very good physical and defending. The fact he's got a good weak foot, passing and usable on the ball, pushes him right up here, to be honest. Timber. Wrong one. Insane pace. Good on the key passing. Great physical. Very good defending. Great on the ball. 4-4. Little poor on the shooting there. But right up here, to be honest. It's just, can you fit him in on chem? Carvalho. Quick. Very good shot if you put a Hunter on, because I don't think he's the best going backwards. Weak. Bad defending. Fairly average passing, but insane on the ball. Probably top end of B. Few too many weaknesses, in my opinion, to put him too high. This Vieira card, he's more of an attacker, to be honest, isn't he? But he can play midfield if you can slot him in. You'd probably put a shadow on him. Okay defending, weak, decent on the ball, elite passing, great shot, quick. Bottom end of here. Fagioli. Very quick. Not the best shot. Elite on the key passing stats. Bit weak. I don't think aggression's irrelevant. So that low aggression with that strength, not great. However, he's got pretty good defending. Very good on the ball. You notice how a lot of players have solid defending, but not the highest defensive awareness. It's interesting. Very good on the ball, though. I think this card, very solid, but enough limitations to put him down. Alonso. Little slow. Elite passing. Very solid physical. Great defending. Usable on the ball. I think he's low-end A tier for me. Rooney. More of a midfielder, honestly, than an attacker, in my opinion, with the weak foot and skills. Passing's underrated on this Rooney card, to be honest, but great physical. Rooney honestly should have a low 90s long pass. Okay on the ball. Insane pace and shot there. I think he's probably like B tier. Benzema. Average pace, but good defending. Great physical. Great passing. Insane shot. Very solid on the ball. 5'4". Right at the top end up here. Probably just about missing out on S tier there. Paulie Pogba. Little slow, but very good shot. Elite passing, elite physical. Defending awareness and a bit clunky with the agility bounce. Let him down a bit, but he's still very good. Put him around here. Kimmich. Quite slow, to be honest, but an okay, but not great shot, but ridiculous on the ball. But the pace, not a great shot. Pretty weak. Do lower the card a bit. I think I'm putting him around here. If he had 5 more pace, he could be honestly around there. Brozovic, again, a bit slow, weak. Similar to Kimmich. No skill moves, but has a better weak foot. But not as good across the board as Kimmich. So probably more going towards there. Bernardo Silva. 4-4, pretty good on the card. Not the best pace split, but it's okay. Insane on the ball. Weak. Not very good defending. Okay overall shot. Probably towards top end of B. And Kunke. Insane card. Not the best defender physical, but the rest is insane. You could put an anchor on him, though, to really help bolster that. Pretty much up here, to be honest, I'd say. Paqueta. Great card when he came out. Fell off a little bit now. Defending and pace, not the best. But very solid across the board. Still probably a B tier card. Rice. 3-3. Can't shoot. Bit clunky. Hurts him. But average-ish pace. Great defending physical. It's a usable card still. Not often Rice gets one. Camavinga. Decent pace. Great on the passing stats. Solid physical. Good defending. Pretty great on the ball. If he had a 4-star weak foot, I'd be pushing him into A tier, but I think he lacks there. Bale, if you can fit him in at centre mid, chemistry-wise, not the easiest, but if you can, honestly brilliant. Like, look at that. Ridiculous physical. Great on the ball. Brilliant passing. Insane shot pace. I'm putting him like S tier as a centre mid. And that's more so in a formation where you can use an attacking centre mid. Some of my tactics definitely allow for that. People might look at this and think, how is he S tier? But when you just look at the stats that he has, compare him to the Beckham card. Similar pace, better shot, about as good on the ball, better physical, bit worse passing, bit worse defending. But 4-4 is pretty similar to the Beckham card, to be honest. Probably put him up there, to be honest, just behind Nkunku. Fred. Pretty good card, decent pace, good defending. Passing's average, very good on the ball though, bit weak, but it's a pretty good card. Goretzka, obviously a card with potential to go far. If Bayern Munich go far, this card becomes insane. If he wins his next game, I think he goes to a 92. The pace right now is usable. If he goes to the 92 and gets 2 pace, starts to get a bit better. It's already a great card though. Great defending, great physical, good on the key passing, can shoot, 4-star weak foot. I would put him like mid A tier for now, but if he gets a +2, it probably goes right up there, bordering S tier, because suddenly gets a bit more usable on the ball, suddenly becomes a very good shot. The key passing stats get to around 90. His physical's great. Defending's near 99 on some of the stats. Very good card. Joao Cancelo. Wrong one. No, looking at the centre mid one. Centre mid one, still pretty good. Elite defending for a midfielder. Very solid passing. Bit weak. Okay on the ball. Not the best shot. B tier. Phillips. I don't know if he's already missed out on an upgrade because Man City drew their first leg. I'm not sure if that was relevant for it or not. But pretty good card. Man City obviously have potential to go far. 3-3 for now, though, hurts him. Passing's okay. Not a very good shot. Pretty clunky. So, for now, I'm putting him C, but Man City go far. That can become a top-tier card, especially if he gets the weak foot. Frankie. Weak foot hurts him, but very solid across the board, to be honest. Not the best shot, but I think probably low-end A tier. Thuram. Is this guy anything to do with Lillian Thuram? Good pace, okay on the ball, great defending, physical, great on the key pass stats, good shot, 3-3 though, keeps him in B. Vitinha, 4-3. Wish he had the 4-star weak foot because he's great on the ball, great passing, solid shot, bit weak but average defender physical. I'm putting him bottom end A. If he had a better weak foot, it would help him a lot. And last but not least, Gavi. Rapid. 4-4 is very nice. With the shadow, defending's okay, but bit bad on the defensive awareness and a bit weak, but ridiculously good passing. Averages about 95 across his key passing stats. Ridiculous on the ball, can shoot. Very quick. Definitely an A tier card in my opinion. Very good options at the moment, honestly. I really like some of the cards that EA have been releasing. I just wish the content was a bit more accessible, a bit easier to buy a lot of these cards. They're just very overpriced, a lot of them. The market, not in a good place this year. I appreciate you all watching. Hope you enjoyed this content. As always, let me know in the comments what you think. If you disagree, please be respectful. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching my content. Love you guys. Peace.